So, Grant and Pope counties were in the process of considering merging and looking at merging, and we had two different systems that we were operating within, two different EDMS systems. And so both EDMS systems had really different functionalities, and neither had compatibility towards each other, obviously, and they neither had great workflow. So one had no workflow, one only had workflow in one of our systems. And it became really kind of difficult for us to coordinate and collaborate together. So we started looking at how do we merge together and how do we do this together. We actually did, we looked at all of them. We looked at the CaseWorks and we looked at the two we were already using and we looked at another one as well. We had presentations from all. And the things that we really liked about CaseWorks were the functionality and the kind of the workflow options that were involved in all of them. The other thing that really appealed to us about CaseWorks was the fact that it merged in with SSIS and it autofilled with SSIS, the Social Services Information System. It's the only EDMS system in Minnesota that does that. So CaseWorks clearly had put in a lot of work with the state to be able to do that. And we appreciated the functionality that that created for us. So what we really wanted was a system that we could merge with and that would merge with us. So we actually did it before we merged. We did it in the process. So we were kind of, we had about a year and a half process of merging. We did it during that time. It helped us do the merge actually. And some of the things that our workers said that they really appreciated about CaseWorks when we started this merger was that they really appreciated not having to bring large paper files into the field because social services had no workflow in either one of the systems. And so now they were able to bring their tablets into the field and have some workflow and have their files in there and be able to go through things. They've really appreciated the e-signature so people can sign things right there and they can get things done right there. Our accounting has really appreciated kind of being able to see what's been received under the vendors and being able to track those a little bit better. I think we've liked being able to have all of our stuff in one spot, all of our documents in one spot. And I think the one thing that our eligibility has talked a lot about too is having the scanning done at the front desk. So now all of our scanning is done at the front desk instead of like our front desk having to do mail, and we're split between two sites. So rather than mail going into your mailbox and you not getting it for 3 days because you may be at a different site and it may come into a different site, because that's one of our pros is that you can be a Grant County resident but work in Polk County and drop your paperwork off anywhere. Now, wherever you drop it off, it's going to be scanned into your CaseWorks inbox, and you're going to get it the same day, no matter where you're located. So that's something that we really like is scanning documents at the front desk. We also didn't used to have a way to sort documents based on the date they were received. So now we can sort so they can prioritize their work. And I think too, there's a way to filter documents so we can pull up documents quicker and to prioritize work. So those are some of the things that we really appreciated for Western Prairie. And then Traverse County was still all paper. So when Traverse County started looking at it, they really came to us and said, well, what makes the most sense? Because we already shared so many services and looked at so many services. And so they did it a little bit before us as we were working through our process, but they were in the same kind of process. And for them, it was a total change. They were 100% paper. And so it was a big shift for them. I think that they really have appreciated being able to have, again, the same things that I listed off as having some of those workflows and being able to do those things in the field. And I think during COVID, the convenience of being able to do those things and work from home was a real lifesaver when COVID came and people were working from home much more regularly than they were before that.